The words creating abundance, simple abundance, creating abundance on a daily basis come up to us in our work here in the world of life coaching, counseling, spirituality, and etc. And many times people get extremely confused about what that means. You know, we think of abundance related to money. That's mainly what it comes down to for a lot of us, until we start to think broader than what the narrow scope is that if we are abundant, then we're abundant financially, then we have more than our needs are, then we can do things that we really want to do. We can live in a bigger house, car, go on more trips, etc. Well, that's one side of it, absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to talk about the other side, and I want to talk about simple ways to create abundance. And a couple of things that happened to me recently that I'm going to share, and this is going to be a very, very short video, that you can think of how these changes that you might be able to make in your life can bring more abundance to you, starting like instantaneously. Isn't that awesome? Hi, I'm David Essel. All right, so let me tell you the first one. So about a year ago, I was seeding my backyard with birdseed, and I had all kinds of abundance in my backyard. I mean, incredible. There were rabbits and squirrels and blue jays and cardinals, and the list goes on and on and on. And then a year ago, for some reason, I stopped. And I also stopped putting water in the bird feeder, in the bird bath, and there wasn't like anything consciously that I could say, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm tired, I don't have the time to take 30 seconds to throw some seed and to fill the water basin, right? There wasn't a time thing. There wasn't any kind of catastrophic thing that happened in my life 12 months ago that made me go, you know what, enough of this, I'm just not going to do it. I didn't turn into an animal hater. I didn't turn into anything. I mean, nothing that I knew consciously. But I will tell you, something subconsciously had happened because I had stopped completely over a year ago from doing any kind of this activity. Now, and I don't even know why. One day I got up and I looked out at the backyard and I noticed how barren it was. There's the tree and the grass and all that kind of stuff. There's the porch out there, but I really didn't notice how bare it was. And so I opened a drawer, and sure enough, there was about 5 pounds of birdseed left. And for some reason, again, I don't know why, I just followed my intuition and said, let's go start doing this again. So I threw some seed out, and then I went and cleaned out the bird bath and filled that up. And from that day forward, now it's probably been about 4 or 5 months, my yard has teemed with abundance. I mean, every day it's fascinating. Now all of a sudden there's woodpeckers, and there's ducks, and there's blue jays, and there's starlings, there's crows, there's ravens, there's rabbits, there's everything in the world that I can imagine there. And just by seeing that on a daily basis, I have been feeling for the last 5 months or so incredibly at peace. More abundance in my life and other areas of my life have been happening. And I know it was created by a simple step to say that I desire to see the abundance of wildlife in my backyard from this moment on. Now, some of you might be watching this going, this is crazy, man. This guy's talking about abundance and all he's talking about is little furry animals. But there's an incredible shift within our psyche, and I believe within our cells, within who we are organically, that happens when we are surrounded with more abundance. So animals are a form of abundance. It's almost like when some people that I work with, they come in and they're struggling with extreme depression. And if you're struggling with depression, there isn't anything that really sounds good. And here we live in the state of Florida, and I'll say, well, what about going to see sunset? I don't have the time, it's too long, parking's a hassle, whatever. Then they get out there and they start feeling abundant. Well, that's what happens with animals. If you live in an apartment, see if you can put a bird feeder on your apartment ledge. You know, if you have a house, go ahead and do it, whatever you want to do outdoors. But one of the ways to create abundance in our mindset, and then hence what comes into our world from our mindset is attracting abundance, is to be in nature, and especially to bring nature to you. Very simple. Create abundance. And now I'm doing it, it's every day. Like every day, there's more abundant wildlife in my backyard, and I can feel the energy shift in me. It both excites me and it calms me. And that's what abundance should do. The more abundance you have in your life, you should be excited and passionate about life at a deeper level, and also calmer about life at a deeper level. So that's exercise number 1. Number 2, now, I'm even a little embarrassed to tell you this one. I'm going to share it with you anyway, and then I want you to just go and do your work. Inside my house, in my bedroom, I have a shower stall that's, a very, the glass little shower stalls that you get into, and then right next to it is a very large tub with a very cool shower head, one of those big circular, those really big circular shower heads. And so for the past I hate to even say this, for the past couple years, I have showered in the tiny little shower stall. It's convenient. It's easy to clean, right? Like there's all these different reasons I use it. I have this massive big tub, this beautiful tub with this really cool, huge, round shower head that I have not used in over 2 years. The other day I'm walking into the bathroom and I don't know what happened, but something made me look at the bathtub shower, and it's all the fuzzy glass, you know, the frosted glass, so people can't see in that you're in the shower, and it's so bright, and it's so inviting, and it's so spacious, and there's that huge shower head, and I'm going, what the hell am I doing? For the last 2 years, I've been cramped in this little shower when I have all this abundance around me. I can get into the tub, and not that I even take baths, but during a shower, I've got all kinds of elbow rooms. I can reach my arms up as high as I want. I can reach them out to the side as long as I want, because there's that much space. And yeah, and there's all this light coming in from the outside, right? And how many times do we do that? How many times do we choose to live in this tiny, narrow little world that is not very abundant at all, when right next door to this tiny little world we're living in is all this abundance, right? It's like when I was sharing this story with a client not too long ago. She said, I can't believe you're telling me this. And I said, why? She goes, I have a spare room, like a second bedroom that's used for guests. And she said, and I have guests twice a year, which means for all of these months, 11 months out of the year, the room is not used at all. And I've been wanting to have a place for meditation and a place for this and a place for that. She goes, I've had it all along. And I've been cramped in my bedroom with this tiny little altar against the wall in the corner when I have this whole other room that's not even in use. See, we create abundance by opening our eyes and looking at our living arrangements where we are right now with a new set of eyes. Abundance is all around us. Start to look. Are there areas of your house that are really crowded, like with extra bookcases or extra furniture that you really don't need? Create the space of abundance by getting rid of things you don't need. That's one way to create abundance. The other way is to say, what do I have that I'm not even using? Is there an area in the garage that I'm not using that I could easily maybe put a window air conditioner in, and all of a sudden there's my new altar and my sacred spaces in my garage? You know what I'm saying? Create abundance where you are. So many times we say, I'm not going to live an abundant life until I get a bigger home, a bigger apartment, a bigger mobile home, a bigger whatever it is, right? We're waiting to become abundant. And this message today is create that abundance today in simple ways and watch your world expand. If I can help you at all with wherever you are with the whole concept, the mind concept of abundance, and then how to find it more where you are right now without anything changing, contact me at talkdavid.com. Celebrate who you are and what you have by looking for ways to live more abundantly. And if you know people that are struggling in life right now, are frustrated, anxious, whatever it might be, share this video with them. You know, let them know that there's ways to experience more abundance right where we are today. And then don't forget to sign up at our YouTube account under the Super Slowdown so that every video we put goes right to your own private YouTube account. Every time they come out, they go right to you directly. TalkDavid.com. I'm David Essel. Have an awesome day.